You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for January 6th through the 17th. Luna is eyeing Will and Steffy is full on sabotaging Carter, and I am here for it. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, click that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. On Monday, January 6th, Taylor and Steffy continue talking about Ridge and more discussion about whether he's going to backslide on seeing what Brooke did as a betrayal and if he will take his recently estranged ex back. And Steffy's reassuring her, but Taylor's right to be worried. Meanwhile, Bill has to shove Luna out of sight really fast when he gets unexpected company at the mansion. Will brings Electra over to his dad's house to let her meet the famous or infamous dollar bill. And Electra brags to Bill about what a hero Will has been and how he saved her. Meanwhile, Luna is lurking nearby, checking out Will from her hidden vantage point, but it looks like somebody is going to confront Bill about Luna's prison release. Meanwhile, Brooke and Ridge's tense conversation that carries over from Friday is going to end badly for both of them. Brooke feels very betrayed that he turned to Taylor. He doesn't even want to hear Taylor's name in Brooke's mouth because he feels like Taylor's all good and Brooke is all bad right now. He's being very, very black and white, no shades of gray. And Ridge definitely still feels betrayed about the CEO thing, and he is not going to accept any justifications, explanations, notes about the plan she has. None of that's going to work out. Tuesday, January 7th, we've got Fanny Grayson back up at Forrester Creations following up on her late December pitch meeting she had with Hope, Carter, and Katie. And this time she gets to meet with Brooke. Last time she asked about her, but she was out of the office, and she is again pitching her perfume line to bring in under this House of Forrester, whatever they're calling it, concept. But another fragrance maker, Daphne Rose, is also pitching to Forrester Creations' regime of Carter, Hope, and Brooke. And Finn and Steffy spend some time talking this week about her plans to oust the Logans and the one Walton and regain Forrester for her family. Taylor, meanwhile, stands beside Ridge as he rants about the Forresters all being essentially blocked out of the company. Steffy tells Ridge and Eric that, they could go back, but her dad thinks that is a fool's errand and it's not a real option. And then Steffy stuns her dad and granddad when she reveals she has a plan of her own and she has sent in a spy to sabotage Carter. Wednesday, January 8th, Brooke considers and evaluates the 2 pitches for perfumes from Fanny and Daphne. It looks like Fanny's is more of perfume she has created, where Daphne seems to be pitching a signature Forrester fragrance. So Carter and Hope are really excited when Brooke approves one of the pitches. It's the first step in his luxury brand concept manifesting, and looks like Daphne's pitch is the one chosen, which is fortuitous because she is the spy that Steffy sent into Forrester Creations to conspire with her, bring her information, and target Carter. Daphne and Steffy's plan is to do everything they can to undermine him so they can get Forrester back to its true owners. Meanwhile, also on Wednesday, Ridge kisses Taylor, and it is on like Donkey Kong, and they are exploring their renewed passion. So Brooke's arguments came to nothing. Thursday, January 9th, Taylor is thrilled when Ridge gives her a gown he designed especially for her. Looks like he's not letting his drawing fingers sit idle, even though he is not at his desk at Forrester Creations. And by the end of the week, looks like Ridge has Taylor in his bed, and they finish what they started before Christmas that night that Brooke came over. And speaking of Brooke, she can't deny that she is losing Ridge to Taylor once again. So Brooke is considering a big change. She's contemplating resigning as CEO, hoping that might stop what's happening between Ridge and Taylor and this new romance of theirs. but Hope is not going to let her mom throw away this opportunity for Ridge. Hope doesn't think he's worthy. I'm tending to agree with Hope on this topic, and she is going to reassure Brooke that she is there for her, but Hope doesn't think Brooke should back down and is fully blaming Ridge for all of this, which is funny because Ridge is fully blaming Hope for all of this. Friday, January 10th, we've got lots of surprises and passion awaiting Taylor and Ridge as they explore their newly rediscovered romance. And there's other stuff going to be happening on Friday, but they only gave us one spoiler. They're being very stingy. I don't know why. All right, going into the week of January 13th through the 17th, Lunatic Luna has got her creepy smile focused on Will Spencer, and that's not good news for Electra Forrester. That means she just had one psycho arrested, and now there's another psycho eyeballing her, because if Luna wants Will, that means Electra has got to go. Of course, the good news is, as long as Will stays away from his dad's house, Luna can't get near him. She has that ankle monitor on unless she has figured out how to break out of it. So we will see, but all I have to say is poor Electra. And I wonder how long until Poppy and Lee find out she's there, because that time comes soon. Looks like somebody does find out that Bill got her out. And I'm just wondering who's going to be the first person to find out that Bill is harboring a double murderer. Ridge and Taylor's recently reignited love affair is fully on fire, and Brooke can see no way forward other than losing her man to his other ex-wife. Hope and Carter and Brooke have no idea that they have a schemer in their midst. Technically, they have two schemers in their midst. The new Perfume chick Daphne, of course, is there to undermine the people that stole Forrester Creations from its rightful owners. But the question is, how will she do it? The second schemer in their midst, of course, is Zende. So Steffy is plotting with Daphne, but there's got to be a fine line of being able to sabotage Carter and Hope and take down their tainted, illegitimate regime without doing long-term damage to Forrester Creations and their brand, because then when they come back in, they'll have to fix anything that Steffy breaks. So she's got to be very careful and very strategic. Electra's back at work at Forrester Creations and very happy, but I expect her happiness personally and professionally won't last for too long. Remy's arrest is, of course, going to shock Sheila and Deacon. I expect him to get out because they said it's a longer running storyline, and I wonder if he will be persona non grata over at Il Giardino, or maybe those two reformed villains will try and help him. See him as a troubled sort of little foster child for them, because let's face it, Sheila's a killer and Deacon's been all kinds of creepy before. Katie still feels bad for firing Electra, and she's going to go out of her way to make her feel welcome again at Forrester. And of course, more opportunities for Zende as the sole Forrester clothing designer left at the company, but he feels anxious about the position that he's in.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.